India has made a secret request to the United States to supply it a huge quantity of cluster bombs, controversial weapons that are used worldwide now, also in the war against terror. Shiv Arur gets you this headlines today exclusive.
By far the most controversial and destructive non-nuclear weapon ever conceived by humans are on India's urgent shopping list for the war against terror. Headlines Today has exclusive access to a United States government notification made in September, revealing a confidential request from the Indian government for super destructive CBU-105 cluster bombs. Over 500 of them, worth a whopping $375 million. And after the Mumbai terror attacks, India has asked the United States to fast-track this request, so that the weapons can quickly be added to India's arsenal against any eventuality.
And they work on the principle of they're GPS guided, and they have what is called, these are also called sensor fused weapons. Therefore, their accuracy is very good compared to the older versions.
On paper, the government has declared it will use the weapons to enhance its defensive capabilities. But cluster bombs are known primarily for their destructive and indiscriminate power against large swaths of unmapped area. So why does India really need these so urgently?
Every Air Force has its own weapons inventory which it has to maintain to be able to take care of its wartime requirements, mission requirements, and so on and so forth.
India's urgent request is being processed rapidly by the Pentagon and could well be a parting shot from the Bush administration. With Tavleen Singh in Delhi, Shiv Arur, Headlines Today.
It turns out India has asked for the American cluster bombs at a time when there is a global campaign against the controversial weapon. On the 3rd of December, a UN Convention on Cluster Munition was opened to prohibit the use of the cluster bombs. So far, 94 countries have signed the convention. The convention, if and when ratified, prohibits signatory nations from using cluster bombs, stockpiling them for, or to indulge in any activity that promotes their use. It so happens, however, that India is among a small group of nations opposed to the convention. The others include US, Russia, China, Israel and Pakistan. Several nations affected by cluster bombs and their aftermath have signed the convention, including Afghanistan and Lebanon.